Hi there guys, and welcome back to Ashton's Cars. Today we're having a little look around a Ford S-Max. This is a tdci model on a 2008. So imagine, expanded family. You need something that's big, that's got 7 seats, that's diesel, but you also enjoy driving. So you don't want something that looks and handles like a van. That's the person that Ford were trying to appeal to with the S-Max, because unlike other MPVs, this is quite a sleek, quite a sporty looking design, and it drives absolutely fantastically. It handles well. It's got a fairly low centre of gravity for an MPV, so it doesn't drive like other MPVs. It's much more like a sports saloon when you're behind the wheel, but still very practical. It's got 7 seats. This is a diesel model, so it's economical, and you know, it's got a fair bit of luggage space as well when you fold the seats down. So I'll show you all of this in a minute, and I'll show you how everything works on it. So this particular car that I've got here came to us in part exchange. It's a 2008 model. It's done 149,000 miles. I've just had the clutch and flywheel replaced in this car because it had a cheap aftermarket clutch in it, which they never sort of are as smooth as the proper dual mass flywheel units that Ford fit. So I've just put a brand new one in this, brand new clutch and a proper Ford dual mass flywheel in it. It drives now like a new car, and looking around it, it looks pretty much like a new car still. You'd never think this had done 140,000 miles. I always like to try and zoom in on the front to show any stone chips, and there's a couple on the bumper, but very few. Bonnet's got a great shine still. The paintwork itself all looks still very bright, very shiny. You can see how Ford tried to appeal to a sporty market with this. Look at these big side vents here. Really quite cool, not something that you expect to see on a 7-seat MPV. Again, disc brakes all round on this car, because it's not your average MPV. It's designed to handle. I'll very quickly show you how it is inside, because obviously if you're buying a car like this, you're buying it at least in part for that interior. So quite space age up here. Doesn't feel overly high when you're behind the wheel. It does feel more like a Mondeo than it does a Galaxy. It is based on a Mondeo platform, this car. As you can see, there's a tiny bit of wear on that seat, but it hasn't actually worn through the material. It hasn't collapsed. It's just sort of the cloth slightly sags there, but overall the interior fabrics are very good, very clean. Let's have a quick look in the back of the car. I'll do a quick startup on it in a minute for you as well, but I want to show you right the way through. So you've got 3 seats on this row. Now the good thing about these seats is they're all on individual slides. You can slide them back and forth, have a bit more leg room on this row or the row behind it, depending on what you want. Do a quick zoom in of that dashboard for you again. Looks really fantastic. That's sort of more or less your view that you'll have behind the wheel there. Let's come back out. Easy to get into the back. You just pull this lever. The seat slides like that, and there are 2 really good sized seats in the back. Those headrests do go up. You've got a bit of leg room in there. That's with these seats as far back as they go. Obviously I can move this row forward a little bit to create some more room on that back row. So there you go, plenty of room, 2 proper seats. It has got proper 3-pointed seat belts on every single seat, because there's one in the roof there for the middle seat on the second row. Now these are very easy to do as well. Pull this lever by here, and this base flips forward. I'll just show you what that does in the back of the car now. So, round the back, and we open her up. So we've got the 2 seats here. We've still got a bit of boot space, interestingly. Some people carriers, you've got no space behind those rear seats, but in the S-Max you do. You've got a fairly big well by there. You can store some tools or some items in if you need to. So let's just very quickly show you this. So I'm doing it with one hand, that's how easy it is. That slides forward like that. Now we've got a nice flat floor and we can go like that. Let's do the same by here. So flip it forward like that, flip this like that, and then just chuck the carpet forward. Look at the size of that boot. You could probably put a bike in there at a push without even, you know, a small bike without taking wheels off and stuff. It's huge. And of course, if you really want a load of room, you can fold those middle seats over as well. And then you've got a van. But yeah, that's an absolutely huge space there for you. Let's shut that a second. I'll leave those down for a minute. So this car's going to suit people who need a big boot, like we just demonstrated, or people who need 7 seats, or a bit of both, because you can, as you see, convert it from 5 to 7 seats in what, seconds. Let's come behind the wheel quickly. Now, the main thing I notice when I get in one of these is just it's a very, very pleasing layout. The dashboard's really stylish on it. It's a 6-speed gearbox. It's very much like a Mondeo if you've driven a Mondeo. And there's the mileage on this one. I don't know if you can see that, 149. I'll just do a quick startup on it. Ignore if these lights flash a bit, because they're not flashing. It's actually the video pickup that makes them seem like they are sometimes. So there she is running. As you can see, nice even idle on her. The car's just got a brand new clutch and flywheel in it, so it's absolutely silent in here. If you're buying one of these, you need to look out for that. It is an expensive thing to do. You know, even myself in the trade, it's cost me the best part of £1,000 to get a proper Ford clutch and flywheel in this car and to make it as good as it is now. But, you know, look at that. I'll give it a quick rev for you. Very, very smooth. Exactly what you would want from a car like this. It's certainly the nicest one of this age that I have seen. So, if you fancy something that's not just practical but a little bit different, it looks good, it's going to drive a hell of a lot better than your Galaxies or your Zafiras or your Scenics. It's a different league, these are. Come and try our S-Max. We're happy to deliver this car to your door for you to have a viewing. We're happy to take a part exchange. And of course it comes with a 3-month parts and labour guarantee. Now, we deliver within 150 miles of us here in Caerphilly, completely free of charge. If you're more than 150 miles, we'll still deliver. There's going to be a small charge, but it's not going to be a lot. So give us a ring, we'll give you a quote. If you've got a part exchange, again, give me a call. I'll give you the best price I can for it. I'm going to beat any other garage. I'm going to beat We Buy Any Car to make sure you get the best deal on your part exchange. Anything I've missed, my number is 07932 873 646. Any questions, any queries, or for valuations or delivery costs, you give me a ring. I'll make sure we look after you. Thank you very much. You have a good day, night, afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are, and we will see you soon.